Ladies and gentlemen, today I have multiple updates, and in my opinion, these are massive updates. It talks about the future of Nintendo, maybe some Switch 2 news, and a new Zelda game is leaking out. Yeah, we definitely have some stuff we gotta go over, but let's go ahead and get right into it. So I feel like the first couple of months of 2024 were a little bit slow as far as news goes, right? Now I have to pick and choose what I want to make videos about because there's just so much news coming out, it's almost overwhelming. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. And let's go ahead and get right into this video. So first, let's talk about the future of gaming, right? Me myself, I love physical media. It's what I've grown up with, and it's what I'm probably always going to buy as long as that option is there. But more times than not, when you talk to people and you say, hey, do you prefer physical or digital? A lot of people actually prefer digital games. It's more convenient, they have the whole library, I guess, in their hand, and I understand where they're coming from, but me, I'm not even a big game collector per se. So I'll beat a game and I'll sell it towards my next game. There's a couple games that I'll buy digitally because these are games that I'm going to play forever. For example, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or Mario Kart or something like that, but 9 times out of 10, or closer to 10 times out of 10, if I get the chance, I'm going to buy a game physically. So it's not hard to see that the current gaming industry is moving more towards digital, but Nintendo is a Japanese company, and Japanese companies are a little bit slower, I guess, to take hold of what's going on now in modern times. They like to hold on to physical stuff. Like when I went to Japan a couple years back, one of the things that kind of blew my mind was how much they were using fax machines and paper for everything, opposed to doing stuff online. And it seems Nintendo is going to hold on to that tradition. Nintendo remaining committed to physical games. Furukawa notably acknowledged its massive growth of its digital business in comparison to its status at the start of the Switch's life cycle. They're basically saying when the Switch first started, digital games were here and there, but towards the end of the Switch's life, they see that how much digital games have become a massive business. The president claimed the company intended to maximize sales on all storefronts, which include both digital and physical sales together. Furukawa further stated Nintendo currently had no intentions of departing from this policy, and the company intended to support and improve both physical and digital distribution systems for the foreseeable future. This makes me very, very happy because there was a couple of leaks that came out of multiple SKU numbers for the next Nintendo console, and then people were thinking there might be a regular version and then maybe an all-digital version. You know, it's funny, every time I think about the Switch Lite, I always think it's all digital for some reason. I always think about the Switch OLED and the Switch, and then I always put the Switch Lite over here on its own pedestal, and for some reason in my mind when I think about it, I think it's already an all-digital console. With that said, Furukawa additionally revealed that he was aware of the increasing trend of digitalization in the video game industry, and confirmed not even Nintendo was an exception to the ongoing trend. The president believed that as online stores and content becomes increasingly convenient and useful for developers and consumers alike, more users would gravitate towards the digital medium, and expected the shift in the market would be readily apparent in the years following the release of the Switch's successor. Maybe it's me just showing my age, but I don't think I'll ever go all digital. One, there's an argument that when something is all digital, you technically do not own it. We've seen the trend in the past year of people getting their games deleted out of their own library. I'm not for that. If that ever, I guess, becomes the case, I'll probably just go full emulation at that point. And it's yeah, that's all digital. I understand. But if I can't have my games the way that I want them, then it's time to become a pirate. So while we're on the subject of games, what about a new game? My favorite franchise of all time, The Legend of Zelda. We need a new Zelda game. But when we talk about Zelda games, it's always a game about Link. If you talk to the casual people and you say, hey, have you heard of Zelda? They're like, sure, I know Zelda. And then you'll hold up a picture and say, which one of these people are Zelda? They will always pick Link because he's the face of Zelda games for some reason. The Legend of Zelda, I get it. But what about a Zelda game for Zelda? That could work. So this is a tweet from Papagenos over on Twitter. Papagenos was the first person that talked about the Metroid Prime remaster happening, Super Mario RPG remake happening, and something else, so they're a very credible leaker. Quickly, let's deduct what we have here. Tears of the Kingdom had a great Zelda design. I think we are severely overdue for a game where Zelda is a main character. Seems to me a Hyrule adventure like that is something fans want. Now's the time. If we look at it just at a face value, we're like, yeah, that makes sense. But when you look just a little bit closer, look at every capital letter. T-H-I-S-A-H-I-N-T. What's that spell out? it spells out this is a hint. If this was going to happen, this would be the time to do it. If this happened, I don't think it would be a mainline Zelda game. It would be maybe like, for example, I know it's not anything like this, but I'm just saying like Hyrule Warriors or something like that, or maybe Link's crossbow training or Link's bow and arrow training or whatever the hell it was called on the Wii. There's another reason why I feel like this could happen. This year we got a Princess Peach game, and I don't think it was a big success at all. And the one reason I think that is because Nintendo didn't reveal any numbers at all, and they love doing that, so I'd be surprised if it even sold 1 million copies. But regardless, we had the Princess Peach game, so why not do a Zelda game as well, right? And then a little bit of Switch 2 news, because why the hell not? There's too much Switch 2 news coming out. We gotta report on something. Every generation when a new console is coming out, there's always a code name for it. I believe the Nintendo Switch was called the NX. The Wii U, it had a weird name. I can't remember, but I'll put it up on the screen. Yesterday I was watching the Scott the Woz Wii U video for like the 100th time, so I was learning a little bit about the Wii U. But regardless, they always have a code name. So what do you think the Switch 2 code name would be? Well, people have been doing data mines to the dev kits, and we may have the answer for that. So people over on the Family Boards suggest a working code name for the Nintendo Switch successor has been uncovered. The users in this thread claim to have found the name while digging through a code for the Switch 2 software development kit, revealing that Nintendo could be tentatively calling its new hardware Muji. And you may think, I've heard of Muji. I'm pretty sure there's a Japanese store called Muji where they sell like little random shit. And they're saying that that means plane. In my opinion, if this is a code name, it probably just means it's not anything groundbreaking. We're just going from the Switch to an updated version of the Switch. And that's even if this is the code name. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about all this information? Physical media, digital media, which one do you prefer? What about a new Zelda game where you can play as Zelda and the code name for the Switch 2, Muji? Down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you could. And I just want to say thank you so much. We need like 30 subscribers and we will have 9,000. That's amazing. You guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.